Hey guys, welcome back to my Let's Play. In the last episode, we got the sword and the shield, and in this episode, we're gonna start the first dungeon. In here, in the first room, it's the main room of the dungeon. You'll notice a really big spiderweb that's blocking the route south. And when you talk to Navi, she says, "Look, Link, you can see down below this web using up." And you'll see a new enemy, Deku Goblins. A good way to kill them is just do that and that. And it'll drop a Deku Stick. Kind of helpful. You don't need to kill these guys though, so you can just easily avoid them. If you just need Deku Sticks, you can just go ahead and kill them, I guess. Just climb up the ladder or the ropes, or the vines, it doesn't matter. Then jump across over here. And then Navi will inform you about climbing vines. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb on it. Maybe you can climb it, Link. You can't climb it, but there's a new enemy guarding it. It's called Skullwaltula. Be careful not to touch it. If you try and climb it, you have a very slim chance of actually climbing it, because it's really dangerous. I want to open the chest. Thank you. This is the first big chest of the game besides getting the sword. And you get the map for the dungeon. It's just helpful if you're not familiar with the dungeon, otherwise it's kind of worthless. And if you notice on the map, the only way you can really go without getting hurt is through this door. And now you teaches you how to open the door using the action icon. Alright, we go through and meet a new enemy. Deku Scrub. Just target with R, hit it, and then get close to it. Ow, ow, ow. Forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold an up arrow, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you are feeling bold. Wahahaha! And just continue forward and just drop the free heart. Now, there's two ways to do it. I'm going to do it the cheap way, and I'll show you how the way you're supposed to do it later. Let's climb up the vines here, and just skip the platform. They want you to jump the platform. I'm going to show you an easy way of avoiding that. Make your life so much easier. And get this fairy slingshot, one of the first items of the game. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit annoying, especially when you play this game a while, and you already know all the directions. Now, you can go ahead and equip them. Get any arrow you want, and you have to use that same arrow to fire. Now, what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to fire at the ladder, and then the ladder would fall down, and you can climb up. But since I didn't land on the platform, I can do this. I can cheat, I don't even have to do that. You won't need to come back to that room later, is when you get, I believe, bombs. You can go up there and bomb that, and I believe it's a recovery heart. Anyway, now that we have these, we can now hurt these guys and climb up, being safe. Let's try my sniper skills. There we go. I think that missed a little bit, it's okay. And you can get these now. Just Deku Sticks, just more ammo for your slingshot. You see underneath it, if you see how many bullets you have for it. When you run out, you can't use it until you find more ammo. Or you can buy some or at the shops, or you can just kill enemies and sometimes they drop them. Same thing with Deku Sticks. You can buy them at some shops, or you can just let enemies kill them. Or you can kill enemies to get them. Now you can come up here to the 3rd floor, and we have another new enemy. There's still not all these new enemies. Big Skulltula. It's soft as its weak point. I'll show you how to kill one fast. You can just do that, or you can do a jump attack, and it'll kill it in one hit. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to do a 100% run through, so if you want to do 100% like me, you have to go over here. Because there is an important item to get in here. Otherwise, I'll show you what to do in a little bit. Anyway, I just go ahead and jump on down and kill the enemies. It's so much easier. Let this big Skulltula come down. I feel a little more safe where I do it like this. And sometimes my jump attack goes a little array, and sometimes you can just hit me and it gets really annoying. Come on. Another kill. And climb up, and you go ahead and step on the switch. You can jump across and go to the left, and you'll see one of these strange creatures. You can't L target it because it's something special. You can just kill it with one hit and jump attack and get it. Now, I have the gold skull to it, and it always, whenever you kill it, it drops the gold skull to a coin. Now, these are actually really useful later, and I'll explain it more when you can actually use them. And this treasure chest is just a recovery heart. This first thing is really generous in getting your hearts. There's no reason you should die in here. Absolutely no reason. Alright, just switch again. Is there something else we need to get in here? Instead of going on all three platforms, you can just cheat it and then just jump on this one and just get that other platform. And here's another big chest. And the only other major item that you get in here is the compass. Now, when I do my 100% walkthrough, I will make sure to show every single dungeon map and compass that the game has to offer. Because there is one compass that I see a lot of LPs do that they never get. It's actually kind of out of the way, and I haven't really seen too many people actually get it. I actually found it myself. And I'll show you that later. It's actually in one of the middle-late dungeons. I'll tell you which dungeon it is, but it's not for a while. And then what you have to do is you have to jump all the way down here and swing attack the web down there. Let's see if I'm lucky today. There we go, right down the middle. And you fall down to the basement. I found one of the cliffs. And just kill the enemy there, gain some ground. Now you hear a little rumbling and you'll see that there's another skull tool over here. If you're going to do 100%, make sure you kill them all. These will be major. They don't seem very important right now. When I first did it, I thought these were a big bunch of baloney. I never knew what the reward was because I never made it that far in the game. But they are quite useful in the game. Now for this one, you can just shoot it and actually jump on top of it. There you go. And that's 3. Now, I may be wrong here, but I believe that there's 4 or 5 in these first 3 dungeons, and there's 5 in the later dungeons. Don't quote me on that. I'll double check that. It's one of the 2. And that's only a recovery heart. Now, what you're supposed to do is, you see that spider web over there? You have to use the fire right here to extinguish it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's jump along this little ledge down there, where the water is shallow, and jump across. I'll go to another room, where we'll find another one of these guys. Let's do the same thing, and that's it. Please forgive me, master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? Well, you think how a traitor is. Technically you are, because you betray your friends. Now there's a more sophisticated definition to that, but that's the suggestion in this case. After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there are some interesting things underwater. And yes, there is indeed. Not just in this room. See that switch? You have to press it. And how you do that? You dive. And hit the button. You just hold aim. It does it automatically. Now swim over quick because it's actually timed. You shouldn't have any problem getting over there though. See, if you didn't hit that switch, the spikes would have hit you because the water was still too high. Now that it's low, you should be fine. Even if you duck down, you still would have gotten hit. See? You're fine. It took me a while. First time I ever did this game. It took me a while to figure that out. And then we'll go to our first block puzzle of the game, which there's no excuse to mess it up. And Stand next to this block and grab hold of it with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. You stand next to the block and press A while pressing up arrow or whatever towards the block. You can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the action icon says. Yeah, she can be very annoying at sometimes, especially when you've beaten this game multiple times. I said some people just completely hate her, but she's not terrible. She is kind of useful later in the game, even for some more advanced people. Now, you can just kill the guy, you don't really have to. All you have to do is light all the torches. That's it. And just unlocks the door. There's nothing else in here. There really isn't. And I go in here. This is actually one of the rooms that actually scared me as a kid. Because I never knew. These guys always scared me for some weird reason. Because they were only in this room, or dungeon. This is the only room besides the boss room that they're in. And it always scared me that I didn't understand it. You see these little eggs? If you go underneath them, they'll hatch. Ah, come on. Sniper skills. I'll say so. The boss to this dungeon is so easy. So, you won't even be seeing them spawn them. So, you know, I'll just let them spawn, whatever. It's gonna make it so much easier. Something else, something decent to fight. I'm not really that decent. What is it? Something. Oh, what? Really? That's cheap. Alright, counterattack. Are you kidding me? Oh, well, at least they're really curious in heart. Now, we can just do this, but there's nothing over here for now. What's up with that? That's my mom. And yes, I'm still a minor. Sometimes I don't know when you're doing an LP. Anyway, just burn that cobweb, and you come down over here. And just do the same thing as you did in Kokiri Forest and go through. And now you realize you're in the same room and went into an entire loop, but this time you're on the upper section of the room. When are you gonna access it? I can kill these guys, but there's really no point to. Oh, sorry, I got confused for a second. I thought I was playing Wind Waker, and like for Wind Waker, the controls are a little bit different. Instead of use A to grab, it's like R to grab. It's something really weird. So for a second, I was hitting R, and I'm like, what? Ah. And that's what happens when you play different GameCube Zelda games. You get so confused. Don't doubt me. Most of the Zelda games are really good. Wind Waker is no exception. But I'll say this is my favorite game. Probably mostly for nostalgic reasons, but it's my favorite games. Now, this is where you use that code that the Goose Rub gave you into good use. You do the middle one, the outside. Oh, come on up. And then the first one. This first one will move as soon as we hit it, so get ready. That's it. How did you know our secret? How irritating! It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. And finally, we go to the boss of the dungeon, in which you guys should really time in how quick from the moment that the boss fight starts to when she takes the final blow. You guys should really time that and say that in the comments. I can see how fast I can do it. Because I am fairly confident I can do it under 30 seconds. As soon as the official, until she's officially introduced, I can start moving to when she goes to the cutscene of death. I'm not gonna do the decky stick trick because that's just not even fair. You're gonna kill it in one round. Find another trick that'll work. Oh, you stinker! I'm not very lucky today. Oh, come on. Are you done yet? There. Can guys explain time how fast I did it? That I actually really like to know. And we'll get our well-deserved heart container. And last time I did just down a 3 heart run, so it feels kind of weird grabbing a heart container. And we'll head on back to talk to the Great Deku Tree. Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Yes. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. Now the graphics for this cutscene is amazing, especially for 1998. It's not just for this little scene, but the scene after as well. This is pure genius, I feel. Now compared to today's standards, that'd be an amateur, but this evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorceress powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine rook, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and lights existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nairu, the goddess of wisdom. Ferori, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong, flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nairu poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Ferori, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's provenance, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man Black Armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. And we got The Kokiri's Emerald! This is the spiritual stone of the Force, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Nevi, the fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Nevi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. And that is the tragic end of the Great Deku Tree. Now, before we end this part, let's go talk to Mido. Hey, Link, what did you do? The Great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. Alright, I'd say that's a wrap up here to our video. In the next video, I'm going to get some extra preparations, and start heading out to Hyrule Castle. Hopefully at the end of that video, we will actually start going on to the castle. Anyway, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.